guys, how's it going? My name is Yeps.
My name is Yips.
And today we're going to be going over the loot from 100 normal mode ZUK kills and 200 hard mode ZUK kills. As you guys may or may not know, I'm kind of a noob when it comes to PVM. I'm not the best. So a huge shout out to my friend Ron for the content and this video idea in general. It's a huge feat as well, so congrats to him. It took a long time to get all these kills done, and his story is pretty awesome as well about how he, persevered and made it through even though there was a large dry streak that we'll talk about a little bit later. Anyway guys, let's get into this cool story and the awesome loot that accompanied it. So what can you get as a big drop from ZUK? Well, the big items here, looking at ZUK's table on the wiki, is the Scripture of Full for about 300 mil right now, and the Magma Tempest Ability Codex, which is super cool ability, and that's sitting at about 768 mil right now. Prices maybe have changed a little bit, but they're pretty much pretty standard nowadays. As far as hard mode, you can get the same items here, the Scripture and the Magma Tempest, but it's going to be a double drop rate, as you see here. 1 in 100 drops to 1 in 50. There's lots of basic drops as well, but the other big drops are going to be the different ZUK sword pieces. So there's 3 of those here, as well as the pet. 1 in 30, pretty often you should be seeing those, I'd say, compared to the 1 in 50 for either the Scripture or the Ability Codex. I next wanted to know exactly how much we should expect from 100 runs. From the PVM Encyclopedia Discord, which I'll link below, an average run is about 10.6 mil. So that would mean that 100 normal runs is going to be 1.06 bill on average, unless you get lucky or unlucky, of course. So he did a lot of runs. I don't know how else to say it, but he did a lot of runs. And here we are with the breakdown now. So on the first 100 normal runs, he earned 2.618 bill, rounding up there, and his average run time was 17 minutes. So that means he spent a total of 28.3 hours, which puts him pretty nicely at 92.4 million GP an hour. So very impressive there. Lots of loot. He was definitely on a triple drop rate there for the Magma Ability Codex, so that was pretty lucky all in all. So with that normal mode being a good appetizer, he set off to do 200 hard mode kills, which is super intense. I mean, I had a little bit of a PVM vlog myself recently, but I've actually never done a hard mode kill, so to me that's super crazy and very impressive. One of the big helps for going and doing hard mode kills is to actually get a bunch of the tokel or however you say it, the currency. By spending that, you can get a damage reduction for hard mode, which is super beneficial when doing kills, and especially a lot of them, like in these hard mode ones that he was going to set out to do. I really have liked recently the different skins for boss pets. I think that's something really unique added to the game, and that is another cool thing about these 200 hard mode kills, is that you unlock the Little ZUK Molten skin. Honestly, I think it looks super great. The Carapac one looks cool as well. I'm sure that future bosses are going to keep having these skins just because they're a huge hit. I think it's worth having something to work towards like this and, be a byproduct of all of your hard work, as well as the money, of course, but the skins are sweet. So yeah, off he went. It started with getting first 4 kills, and then quickly he got up to 10 kills. I mean, the loot was coming in pretty good. He had already gotten a Scripture of Full by the time he had 10 KC, which is pretty freaking wicked. And throughout this whole process, he was sending me his loot tab from time to time whenever he got a drop. So I was really emotionally invested in this with him because it was such a grind, and we talked about it quite often. So at 32 KC, he's already up to 2 Scriptures of Full, which was pretty wicked. Over here at 55, he actually got the pet. So this is already 2 times drop rate on sword pieces, just so you know. But 56, he got to a codex, which was awesome. And he went on a bit of a hot streak. Look at this, 57, he got a second codex, up to 2.4 bill already, which was insane to see. So basically, he got back to back on 65. A few later, he got another Scripture up to almost 3 billion GP, 83 KC up to 3 bill still. So I guess that was a little bit of a slow streak right there. Checked in again at 90 KC, still looking pretty good. Over here, he finally got a Scripture of Full a few kills later. Checked in again here with 3.37 bill. And if you guys recall, it's a 1 in 30 drop rate for those sword pieces. Here he is at 97, which is over 3 times drop rate. Still yet to receive a single piece of that, which, you know, log is first and foremost always, with GP being behind that, at least oftentimes. And here the frustration was kind of getting to him a little bit for sure. I was shocked. 3 times drop rate is insane. Then here, if you look at this, 119 kills on hard mode with no sword pieces. 4.4 times drop rate was what he got up to. Maybe a teeny bit above that before he finally got the drop. We were all freaking out when he finally did it. Before that, though, he got another Scripture of Full, which is another 300 mil in the bank, which is nice and juicy. And then finally, he got that magma core. We were all shocked. I don't know if you guys have ever been hunting a drop and you go multiple times drop rate and you feel like your freaking game is straight up glitched and just broken altogether, but that's definitely how he was feeling. I mean, I was talking with him about this every day. So yeah, we were both feeling it, me by proxy, him, of course, firsthand. After all these hours trying to grind this boss, he finally was able to get that sword piece, which felt incredible. Followed that up pretty quick after with another Magma Tempest. Came in then and had a 6.08 billion GP chest, which was insane. Got another blade after that. It actually did start dropping pretty quickly for him once he was able to just break that dry streak and get that first sword piece. Before too long, he was already up to 140 KC, just cruising along, chest looking juicy. Got that final sword piece up to 7.3 bill. He just kept on going, up to 9.4 bill. Man, it was insane. He was up to 190 KC when he was finally at 2 full swords, 10.2 bill, 195, here's his log. And finally he made it to 200, got that little ZUK, which looked so incredible. I didn't even notice too. Look at all these troves that he had gathered. Over 1,000 of them, which I don't know how much to expect out of those, but check it. Ended up being another 240 mil, so almost another sword piece altogether there. Anyway, that ended up being his 200 KC. His final log looked pretty incredible, honestly. 3 full swords, though we doubted he'd ever get one. 8 codexes, 5 of those scriptures, and a total loot amounting to just over 12 billion GP. So as far as doing a loot breakdown, check this out. 12.04 bill earned. Average runtime was about 28 minutes, so that put his total at 93 hours of doing hard mode ZUK alone. If you do that math, that is 129 million GP per hour, which is honestly insane. Like, he was getting some good loot. Even though there was some horrible luck with the sword pieces, he was getting plenty of codexes and other awesome great drops that attributed to being a whole bunch of GP in the end. It took him a solid month or 2 of grinding this boss straight. I mean, I was insanely impressed with how diligent he was at going day after day to this boss. But I mean, 12 bill don't lie. That's a solid amount of money. And honestly, I just thought his journey was worth sharing with you guys, both for people who like a good story and for people who want to see just how much money you can make for grinding out this pet. Seriously, you can make bank here still. Obviously, these used to be a lot more in price, still are incredible if you're willing to come here, work hard, and die a lot to the pizza mechanic. Anyway, guys, that's the vid for today. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, drop a like down below. Consider subscribing for more RuneScape content coming out soon, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.